welcome to another episode of Gray and I Slay. Today we are in for a treat. Trust me. I have a very exclusive conversation with the #1 natural and curly hairstylist in the city of Columbus, Ohio. That's right, #1. You are, that is you. So I'm so excited to have you here. She is a wife, a mother, a business owner, and now an author.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So we will be diving into her book later on, but she is just an amazing person. She has dedicated more than 38 years to the hair industry and made a name for herself, I would say worldwide, because you are like on all kinds of social media. So you're going worldwide now, not just local, you are worldwide. She believes in empowering women through their hair, providing exceptional service and building a successful salon. Her hair journey inspires others to pursue their business and also follow their passion. So please help me welcome Karen Hill. So glad to have you on. This has been a much anticipated conversation. So whenever I tell people who my next guest is, they always say, well, how did you get her? And I'm like, we go way back.
Yeah, we go way back. Yeah, exactly.
When I met you through
Susie calls.
Yeah, you do, and that makes me feel so special. But I met you through my niece Elaine, and I can't remember what shop you guys.
Bridges.
That was Bridges at the time. So and I think at that time your hair was short. Yeah, it was. You always wear the sharpest hairstyles.
Yes. Thank you.
So we're going to be talking about how to have gorgeous hair at any age. So I'm excited to have this conversation with Karen, and also her book, as you can see over there. If you don't have it, make sure you go out and get it on Amazon.
Yes, Amazon, Barnes & Noble.
Okay. All right. So make sure you go pick up a copy, because I just finished reading it and it is amazing. I got some amazing tips. I'm doing okay with my hair now, but I got some amazing tips from the books I will be incorporating. So thank you for that. But before we get into the book and the conversation, just wanted to ask you a few questions. Okay. Just kind of like, well, we don't need to break the ice, but to help our audience get to know you. Okay. So if you could debunk one myth about curly hair, what would it be?
Only get one?
You get, well.
Okay. That black women ain't supposed to shampoo their hair.
Ooh.
Shampoo in our hair.
Ooh. Not shampoo or shampoo it often. Today's podcast is proudly sponsored by Gray and I Slay, our stylish clothing line celebrating the beauty and strength of aging with elegance. GrayandISlay.com.
Just the whole concept, it needs to be undone and rebuilt.
What? Who said that? Where did that come from? That is crazy. Yeah. Okay, you want to give one more before we move on to the next one?
Heat is not the enemy. Everybody's scared of heat.
Yeah.
The enemy.
And that's what they try to, between, like when you watch, like this morning, I kind of started out with air drying. And then I said, no, this is going to take away, because I do like to air dry my hair. But then I said, you know what, pull that dryer out and sit up under it. So I set up under my hooded dryer this morning.
Yes, heat is not the enemy.
Okay, well, that's good to know, because they always say air drying. Is that true, though? Air drying is better than heat?
You know what? It's just like, hair is just like you personally. It's preference.
Okay.
It's how you like your hair. And you have to apply the system to however you like your hair at that time, because you're allowed to change your mind.
Yes.
Because what we do as women, we hear these certain rules and then we just stick with them. Yes. But if you don't like your hair like that, like your friend might like it without heat, but you don't. There's no rules that you can do. You can do what you want to do.
So heat is not the enemy.
It's not the enemy. It's not, you can't wipe this. It's not a one size fits all.
Okay.
So there's different things that apply to different people according to your texture, your lifestyle, what, who you are. But we tend to find some information and we try to apply it to situations that don't necessarily apply to us. That's why it doesn't work.
That's true. That is so true. So we're going to get into that a little bit later, though, but that is the truth. Okay, if you could style one person's hair, past or present, who would you choose?
If I could style one person's hair, past or present, You know what? I guess Michelle Obama.
That was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. Just not just because her hair is beautiful and
Yes.
she's gonna get her hair done.
Yes, she is.
Right, but her hair just is so
It's
she's
gorgeous.
she got real hair.
Mhm.
So that seemed like that would be just I don't know. That wouldn't be about the hair. That would just be about the experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And the conversation will be amazing, I'm sure. Just just the one-on-one with you and her.
Yeah,
Will be amazing
right.
conversation.
About hair.
Yeah. Because she seemed like she doesn't meet a stranger. So that would be awesome. That would be my choice for you too, Michelle Obama. Okay, so how do you stay updated with the current?
You know what? I stay updated with the current trends because I just take care of my customers.
Okay.
Like I try not to let, there are trends and you do got to stay up with it. But the customers, what they're asking for, where I have to meet them where they are.
Okay.
And it does change. You can tell by, the customers as they come in and they begin to ask for different things. And then you have to okay, I have more than one person that keeps saying this, keeps quoting this or keeps saying this. And then now I need to go and find out what's going on. Where are they getting this from?
Okay.
So I listen to what the customer is asking and then I follow the trend.
And has there been anything like crazy that they've asked for and you said no?
It's getting crazy.
Okay.
It's getting crazy.
Yeah. Just like me, the girl who does my hair, well, she used to do my hair, color my hair. And when I stopped coloring, of course, I don't go anymore. But I asked her to speed up my gray because it was graying, but I wanted this before COVID. I'm like, how can you just go ahead and just make me gray? She goes, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's what she said. She goes, that is way too much damage to your hair.
Exactly.
Yeah. She said, I have to bleach your hair, do this, do that. She was going, she says, I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing that.
I said, okay, say no more. Say less.
Yes.
Okay, so on mornings you wake up and you may be in a hurry to go somewhere. I think I know the answer to this. What is your go-to hairstyle?
My go-to hairstyle is I just pull it back, I get a hair tie and I just call it a day. Then I can use edge control, put it on the edge. I try not to, I stay away from baby hair.
Yeah.
Because baby hair is not.
I know, right?
I'm too old for baby hair.
Yeah. And why did that start?
Yeah, I'm too old. But it does, I lay it down and I might do a little swoop and that helps.
You're not doing all.
Yeah, but I try to keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah, there you go. I love that. I knew you were going to say that because I said I know because I watch you, I follow you all the time. So I knew you were going to say that. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, if you were not choose a hairstylist as your career, what would your choice be?
Okay, you in deep on that one. It would definitely be some type of marketing or sales. It would be in marketing and sales. I like to empower people. So, but I do like marketing and so it would be business, but it would be helping people in some kind of way. So I'm thinking my backup job, I probably would have ended up in the funeral business.
Yeah, that's right.
I keep wondering how didn't I end up over there? I would have liked to help families while they were grieving.
Yeah. So
I could see me doing something like that.
Now, have you ever done like a person who passed away their hair? Have you done that in the business? Okay. Yeah. So it's still in the family though, right? Because it's still called Gary Funeral Home. So it's still in the family.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. My cousin owns it now.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you, Karen. Get to know you a little bit better. So now we're going to talk about, I know you in the book, you talked about your struggle as a child.
Yeah,
your hair struggles, and then feeling pretty, and and then all the changes that your hair went through. So can you talk about that? How that was for you?
Yeah, so the book is based off of my journey and the things that I went through trying to learn to love my own hair. So everything that I ask my customers to do is everything that I'm going through myself.
Okay.
So it's not like I'm just doing it from perspective. And then not to mention the 60 people that I do per week for the last 40 years.
Girl.
Like I understand that a lot of people get a lot of their perspectives about their own hair from their childhood. So I go through my story in to prompt you to think about, what you were told as a child and your experience with your hair, because it has a lot to do with how you see your hair now.
Okay. Yeah. Because I know my mom, because I had a lot, I mean, I had thick, long hair. And she said she hated wash day. She hated wash day. And I'm like, oh my gosh. She said, I did. She says, you had way too much hair. And you're the only child that had all that hair.
Right,
And I couldn't, when it came to your day, she didn't like it.
She didn't like it. So that's not going to make you like it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It makes you look like, okay, I don't like wash day either.
And maybe that's why I say things to my hair that I shouldn't be saying to my hair. To this day.
Yes, because you thought, well, and in those times, you know, not to, you know, to give your mom some grace. Yes. It was a different time. We didn't have central air.
That's true.
You know, we didn't have the electricity, so the blow dryers or the tools that we had. So it was hard. It was a lot harder to do because we didn't have a lot of the things that we have now.
Yes.
So that's another reason why the book is like, okay, we can go back to your past, but things are different now. So you don't have to have the same feelings about your hair because now we got tools and we have knowledge and information. So let's take what you had then and let's revisit it.
Yeah. And I like what you said in the book too about the negative thoughts and the negative words that we say to our hair. So can you, because I know I've told people that before too, that they say, I don't like my hair. And I'm saying the more you say that, your hair is not going to cooperate. So you have got to change your words. So can you talk about that?
I hate my hair.
Yeah.
I got my mom's hair in the front and my dad's hair in the back.
Okay.
My hair ain't like yours. I got 4C hair. I got, you know, my hair is this, my hair is that. But I'm like, you still got it. You're doing good. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, or comparison, you know, we comparing even my hair to your hair. Like, that's not, like we all have something to offer, but your hair is not like mine. It will never be like mine. But your hair, whatever your hair does, can we focus on?
Can we focus on that? And can we say nice things to your hair? I like to tell a friend of mine, just stand in the mirror, look at your hair, and just say, I love you.
Yes.
Even at the moment, you may be frustrated. But just say, I love you.
And usually we're frustrated because it's not doing what you wanted to do.
The hair crush person. Yeah, you look at it, like you talked about in the book, a picture of your hair crush. And when you do it, you do step by step, even on YouTube, YouTubeversity here, you do step by step by step. And it doesn't come out just like that person's hair.
So like I do YouTube videos, and what I got to do to make that it look good on camera is not what I necessarily do every day. So when we're looking at people in photos, videos, we have to take into consideration they're filming.
Right.
They're filming, so they're doing what they can to make sure it looks good. We don't even know what they went through to get it to that point.
That is so true. That's right.
We have to be, you know, realistic about.
And that's why I started saying too, because the final picture, because it may not be like the video. It's like sometimes it's a still shot. And I'm like,
and that might not even be there.
And it may not be a recent photo.
No, it may not even be their hair.
Yeah, that's true.
It could be like a whole wig because they're getting very good. So a lot of times when they pull out pictures, I'll be like, don't do that no more. Because it may be AI at this point.
Exactly.
We don't know what we're looking at. So we want our hair to look like an image that.
That's true. But I still want you to get back, because you talked about how your mom started giving you relaxers. I was like, how old were you? Did you say
I was 6 years old.
Oh my gosh.
I was 6, and my mom was probably like
like my mom.
Yeah, it was, and I was tender-headed. I didn't like to get my hair done. It was a burden. And so I remember when she explained to me what was going to happen, I was for it. Like, let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Especially when we see all the commercials. And a lot of us are not in the commercials, but we see this long, straight, flowy hair. And we like, that's what I want.
That's what I want. That's what I want. Yes. And I want it now. I don't want, little did I know that a couple years later that I would be like, my hair would be gone.
Oh, a couple of years later?
Yeah, a couple of years later. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. So you kept getting relaxers until, how old were you?
Well, I said my mom would relax my hair, but she was more responsible with relaxing my hair.
Okay.
She would I think she just knew, you know. But then it got to the point where she was tired of doing my hair. So then she was just like, here, you do it. So at that time, relaxers became more available.
Yes.
So I was just like, well, if one time is good, 2 times is better. So then I just started using it because it was a feeling with relaxers. Like every time I get a relaxer, it's either I'm going somewhere,
okay,
or I want to look good. So
Yeah.
I associated like, okay, I'm going somewhere. I want my hair to look nice. Get a relaxer. So I didn't put like together, you don't need it,
yeah,
or I just didn't put that together. I just
slapped it on.
whenever I felt like it.
More than, because it's what is it, 6 to 8 weeks?
Oh yeah,
you
more
were
than
doing
that.
it more often.
Yeah,
than
because
that?
in those days we could do our edges, because our edges,
Yeah.
and we just was, but never really putting like that our hair is not, my hair is not progressing, but I associated my hair being happy with applying the relaxer.
Yeah.
So I never associated, okay, the relaxer, it was something good. It was a good drug.
Yeah.
It was a happy drug. It made me happy.
Exactly.
So whenever my hair was feeling bad, then I reapplied the relaxer so that I would feel good again.
Yeah.
But never noticed that my hair was slowly, I thought something was wrong with me, hormonally, or maybe something was wrong with me. I never thought the relaxer could have been the problem.
Okay. Wow. I know I was 14. I begged my mom for years, and she'd always say no. And then at 14, she goes, okay. So she let me go. And this lady, one of our neighbors, who did hair in her house, and she was a member of my dad. I'm a PK, preacher's kid. So she was a member of our church too. And so when she said, she saw that I had all this hair, and she decided to give me a super relaxer. Yeah. My scalp was on fire.
3rd degree burn.
Girl, my mother was hot. She was, and I don't think they came back to our church anymore after that. My mother, she was furious. Oh yeah, she was not happy because I had all kind of like scabs and stuff. I didn't know anything about not scratching and things like that. Don't scratch your scalp. I didn't know. Yeah, but she was like, and my hair was bone straight too. But I was like, yes, yes.
Except it was so stuck to your head.
Stuck to my head, and I had all kind of scabs in it. And then I just kept doing it year after year. But it was probably because we didn't do it that often because, we didn't have a lot of money to go, because I didn't go back to that lady anymore. But to start going to a salon, we didn't have money for that. So it wasn't that often that I would go get a relaxer.
That was good.
Which was good. That was good. Until I was able to start working, and then I worked and got money. Then I was able to do it.
Exactly. When you were able to do it yourself, you got it more
often. Exactly. And then it got to the point where Elaine was like, no, you don't need, it got to the point where my hair changed to where I didn't need to get them as often. It was like twice a year. And then when it came down to twice a year, she goes, we're done.
You don't even need it.
You don't need it. So I've been natural a lot of years, a lot of years.
That's good.
So
you got good help, good guidance.
Yeah, the good guidance. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So how long have you been?
So I went natural when I was in my early 20s.
Okay.
Because my hair was actually really, really short. And at that point I was kind of like Elaine, like I'm like, why am I doing this? Like just stop. And I stopped, relaxing it at 20. But there was something innate in me that decided that I probably shouldn't tell nobody, because I thought I was gonna get like backlash and ridiculed, like, you don't think you need no relaxer, da 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 da. So I didn't tell nobody, but I was steady doing hair, putting relaxers in people. So I never put me with my customers. I looked at it totally different. What I did for my customers was totally different.
What you did.
Than what I did for me. So when I was 20, I went natural, but it took me until I was 35 before I could wear my hair curly and to start growing it. Okay. So it was about 15 years of being natural before I could really appreciate or what I was doing and where I was going.
And is that when you start to tell your customers that you were
after 15 years?
After 15 years. Wow. Yeah. And then I read in the book too that were you guys in Florida for vacation?
We were on vacation. I used to wear wigs.
Okay.
I used to wear wigs, so I didn't know what to do with my hair. I wanted to work out and have more of an active lifestyle, but I would wear a wig and I would wash my hair because I didn't want to have to buy a new wig. And then so that when I put the wig on, it wouldn't be all sweaty. So when I would go to the gym, I had my old wig on. I worked out with my old wig. Okay. But I had my new wig in the back.
That's too much
So
work.
it was too much work. So I would wash my hair and then put the new wig on so they would last longer. And then eventually the new wig would become the old wig and blah, 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 blah. So, but I was washing my hair a lot because I didn't want to sweat out the wig. So then I went to Florida and I had the new wig in the bag. But when I got to Florida, I was like, it's too hot.
Yeah.
So that's when I, finally just looked at my hair and I put the mousse on and I curled it and it curled. It had never curled before.
And your cousin just so happened to have some mousse. Is that
She
right?
just happened to have mousse. And I used the mousse and I had never seen I didn't even know that people's hair could. I had already been doing hair close to 20 years. So I didn't know that people's hair could curl like that.
But even when you washed your hair, you
Nope.
didn't pay it.
There wasn't no
the curls
curls.
were there. Were the curls were not there. It was straight.
It was straight.
Wow.
It was straight because I was natural, but I was wearing it straight. So then I stopped. I just took a break and started wearing a wig. So then I was washing my hair. And so that's what changed the texture.
Okay.
And then by me washing it, and then that's when it started to curl. But it took a couple months
for it to curl. Without you having to finger curl it.
I still got to do that.
You still do that? Okay. Because I see your hair, when I watch your videos of you doing your hair, it looks curly to me.
Yeah, no.
But when you put... So when you put your product on, you're still...
Yeah, I have to define each one. It only takes me about 5 minutes.
I know, that's what you said. It takes 5 minutes. I'm like, that's a lot of hair to do. I'm like, prove it.
Yeah.
Prove it. And I saw your video.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, she's right.
Take that long.
You be getting it too. Yeah, so that's awesome. But yeah, hair is, like if you have a bad hair day, it's like, it just changes us. Yeah, it just changes the
We're not
mood.
right.
What in the world? Because, and then you said
Yeah.
something in your book about to name like 3 things. And all I could think about when you said change 3 things about how hair, like a bad hair day or something. You didn't say it exactly like that, but like how a bad hair day can just like change
who you are.
Yeah, changes who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time when I decided to wear my curl to work, and I got up that morning because I'm doing like you, washing my. I mean, I would wash my hair every day after workout. Because I went to the gym early in the morning. I would go home, get that blow dry every day, except for Saturday and Sunday. Get that blow dryer, blow it out, put that heat on it every single morning. Because my hair, I sweat in my hair, and I had to do something. And one more, I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and just let this hair, because my hair is curly when it's wet. It's curly. And so I said, I don't know what's it's going to look like, what kind of product I'm going to put on it. But I just said, okay, I'm going for it. Karen, I sat in the car 30 minutes. I couldn't get, I couldn't get out because I'm like, oh my God, what did I do?
It does change how you show up in the room.
It really does. And then when I finally got out of the car and walked in, everybody was like, walked by my desk and go, Susie,
right?
Yeah, this is me.
This is the real me.
And then they would say, oh, it's cute. I'm like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. And then I just kept doing it. I never went back. I never went back.
A lot of people don't have that courage.
Yeah, I did it. So,
it takes courage.
I haven't had my hair straightened since 2016, and that was a vein point. 2016, I wanted to see how long my hair was, and it is long.
Wow.
I mean, it's like shrinkage is real, people. But when I straighten my hair, it's long.
It's good to know. I like when people come in and they're like, I don't want to straighten it, but it changed. When I straighten it, it changes their perspective. Yeah. They're just like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, so maybe when you're doing your hair, you can understand why it takes you a long time because you have more hair than you
really think. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm getting faster because I'm trying to compete with you to do it in 5 minutes, but I haven't gotten there yet. It's going to take me a little while.
I tell people, like, it's not the time. It needs to be at a time where you're comfortable, where it's not a burden to you.
Yeah.
So, if it takes you 20 minutes, but it's a good 20 minutes and you're happy with it, then that's what works for you. Like, but if it took me more than 20 minutes, I probably wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to figure out the timing and what you're comfortable with.
Okay, let's talk about shampooing because I want to get back to that. Why? I know, because like you said, you washed your hair every day. I wash my hair every day. For a while. I don't anymore. I can get like a 3 days of my hair. Then I wash it. But why do people think? What's the myth about shampooing our hair? Like I know, like I said, going back to when I was a kid. my mom probably washed my hair maybe every 2 weeks because it was just too much work for her. So, and then you tell people, no, I'll get my hair washed. And especially if people are not us. So, they would just like freak out. You don't wash your hair. How often do you wash your hair? Now they're to the point to where they're not washing their hair every day anymore either, because they've learning from us that, it's not a bad thing to not go wash your hair every day. So, but why do, I guess, especially us, think that it's a bad thing to shampoo your hair so often?
So there's a few different angles with that. But number one, going back to you in your childhood, when your mom washed your hair every 2 weeks, and she did that because it was too much work.
Yes.
And the way that the way you wore your hair, it could last 2 weeks. Different textures require a different response.
Okay.
So when your hair is straight, of course, it's not as much work to do it, so they can wash their hair more often. Their hair gets more oily.
Yes.
So my thing is, I don't always tell people, like, my push isn't to shampoo your hair every day.
Okay.
Because even other cultures don't wash their hair necessarily every day.
Yeah.
My push is to wash your hair according to your lifestyle, as your lifestyle permits. No less than once a week, though.
Okay.
So if anybody says, like, I wash my hair every 2 weeks, I'm going to push them to wash their hair once a week. Only if they're complaining.
Okay.
Like, if you come in and the first thing you say is, my hair's dry, my hair's not doing nothing, I'm not happy, blah, 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 I want to do this, I want to work out, I want to do this. And I'm like, how often do you shampoo your hair? If they say every 2 weeks, I'll be like, that's your problem. You got to get it to every week. And that will solve all those issues. Because you're working out, sweating, not washing your hair is mad at you because you just like, what if you did that to your body? You couldn't even do that to your body. What if you just said, I'm going to take a break from shampooing, while I'm working out? Your body will be screaming.
Exactly.
So your hair is screaming. And I always ask women, well, when do you like your hair the best? And the overwhelming answer is when it's clean.
Exactly.
I'm like, so why wouldn't we do that?
Yeah.
Why do we push that back to once a month, once every 3 months, once a year? Why is this even a discussion?
Exactly.
Like, clean hair. Let's go there.
Yes.
And let's focus on, because it makes you feel better overall. When you take a shower, you don't have to be prompt to take a shower. You don't have to wait like, okay, I'm not dirty enough yet.
Exactly.
To take a shower. All right. So Black women, they have to be prompt. They have to wait till they need to get their hair done. Because we're more focused on the outcome. We're more focused on the style. We're more focused on what it looks like. Yes. That with the maintenance part, we just totally no. And that is why, like, when I talk to people, they want to focus on the style, and I'm like, well, you can't even manage it. So if you focus on managing it, then the style, the outcomes you would get better results in the outcome if you focused on, the foundations, which is shampooing.
Okay. So the myth of you're stripping your oils from your hair when you shampoo. Is that
you'll make new oil?
Okay.
And this is other things. If we use so much product that it builds up on top of the hair, I don't know why we think we're just so negative about our hair that we always think our hair need help. So we need to buy something to help. Like it ain't enough,
right?
Like God didn't make enough. He gave us our own oils, but we cannot take advantage of our own oils. And I talk about this in the book. We can't take advantage of our own oils because we always putting synthetic oils over top, and the oil that you create has no match to a synthetic oil. So we're doing a lot of things that are blocking just our hair's natural process because we think our hair needs help, and that's like the body doesn't need help. Like it can make a whole person without your help.
Wow,
let alone do what it needs for your hair. But we just doing too much that we need to back up.
Yeah, like
give the hair a chance. Yes. And then give the hair what it needs. And it's like, okay, if you give me what I need, I will do what you want me to do.
And I had to learn that the hard way too, because watching YouTube University again, all those products when it's not necessary. And the outcome wouldn't be that great. My hair was like, girl, what are you doing? Stop, don't do that. I don't, and it would tell me. I mean, my hair would tell me I don't like something.
I don't like that.
Take that out. Try something different. Take that out. I don't like that either. And then I've learned this too, that once, like maybe a couple of years ago. I was using a product, and that product worked awesome
Did it
for
change?
like 3-4 weeks, and then the next time I used it,
it changed.
It changed. So,
well, that is exactly why I wrote the book, because I talk about understanding hair and why the hair changes.
Yeah.
Whenever you change your routine, the hair changes. So it can change every year for the rest of your life. If you're doing anything, stress, being happy, food, exercise, just any element change, moving, anything, any shift in your routine can change the texture of your hair. So that way, you're paying attention. You think the hair is tripping, but your hair is like the environment is different, So once you understand what your hair is doing, then you can know like, oh, okay, it's doing this because I made this change. And then you'll know how to approach the situation, opposed to thinking that something's wrong with your hair. Some people, the hair starts to take a decline and they just pull back and they just start getting into protective styles and thinking that the hair, and then the hair is just like, I didn't need that. I just needed you to understand a little bit better. Right. But then people just start, then of course protective styles are easy and they look, you can get creative. But the problem is that's not where you're going to live for the rest of your life. Right. Like the hair that you have on your hair that God gave you, that's the hair.
That's the hair. That's it.
That needs to be, understood and protected. Because when you're done with the protective styles, trust me, you're going to want to come back home to your regular hair, and your regular hair is going to be like, where you been?
Yeah.
Like you just kicked me to the curb and now I don't have nothing to give. Yeah. So again, that's why I wrote the book. So it's like, okay, I know we're doing a lot of stuff, but you're going to have to come home to your first love.
Yeah.
And your first love is going to it can perform for you if you do what it needs to be done, even when you're going through changes.
Okay. So me going through a change right now, aging and graying, and this gray hair is out of control some days. It's drying. And so what tips do you have for those of us who are aging and graying? And how
so gray hair is a bit your hair. It's not gray hair is it's lacking pigment. So basically, when hair turns gray, you're basically removing color. It responds the appearance of it, the shine of it. It doesn't have pigment, so light absorbs it. It doesn't bounce off of it, so it doesn't look as shiny.
Okay.
As you're used to certain. Maybe how you used to your hair being when it was darker any other day. So, and then gray, like it stands out, like you see the mixture of the colors. So everybody is different. Yes. So it's still not a one size fit all. But I always like when I look at my grades, I'm like my clients who have gray hair. It's really a matter of just still their maintenance and their acceptance of it. Like, because I can't do it until you get on board. And then it's all about the shape. The cut, like some people go gray and they just think it's gray, and I just want to. I'm like, you can still get fly haircuts. Exactly. Like that doesn't change.
That does
not
nothing.
Change. Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't change nothing. Just because it's gray doesn't have to look. It's just according to the person.
Yeah. Okay. So do you for this gray, the dry gray? What do you have tips? I mean, should I put oil on it or what should I be doing?
Who tells you your hair is dry?
Me.
Yeah.
And looking just like yesterday. That's why I washed it this morning. I took my scarf and bonnet off. I was like, oh my gosh.
Do people tell you your hair looks dry?
No.
Yeah.
It feels dry. That's when I do it. When it feels dry and it looks dry.
But nobody,
nobody has ever. Nobody. No, they have never said, "Oh, girl, your hair is dry." No, it's just me.
Yeah. I think your hair looks cute.
Yeah. Well, this is day one, so
it looks good. It looks good.
Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. Yeah. So what was my next point? I was going to talk to you. Okay. Yes. So we're talking about aging and graying, and so like tips and techniques just for anybody with curly hair. Because I know they talk about, when you put your products on, your hair should be soaking wet. So do you?
So, what I talk about is a consistent routine.
Okay.
So there's not so even if I tell you a tip, like if you start doing it consistently, your hair's going to change and then you have to switch it up again. Yeah, so there's not like a blanket, like for everybody.
Okay.
But what it is for everybody is shampoo, trim, and then, you know, product usage.
Okay.
So the shape. So once you do that, your hair is going to go through different stages. And it depends on how you like your hair, because a lot of people think that, you know, when it comes to natural, that everybody wants to wear their hair curly, or they want, you know, but that's not true. There's a lot of people who like the ability to go back and forth. So there's not a blank, okay, should I do this? Like, no, it just depends on where you are with your hair and what you want out of your hair. Yeah. And so I think with the natural community, it's just like, I'm natural, so everything fit. Like, no, it's just like, I'm Black. Like, all Black people don't do the same thing. Like, exactly. You know what I mean? All Black people don't eat chicken. Yeah. I mean, a lot of us do, but not all Black, you know, so it's not blanket, but what is blankets is the routine. Yeah. I don't get on products, even though I sell product, I don't get on style or trends. I stay on just the simple standard shampooing, get used to doing your hair on a regular basis, and then what's going to evolve out of that is going to get better and better and better as consistent you get with your routine. Yeah, there you go. Well, since you mentioned your products, we have the products on display. Do you want to talk through your products? So, okay, I've been selling these products since 2008, the same products. Wow. Still same formula? Yeah. The formula changed a little bit, but it's close to the original as possible. 2008? 2008, yeah. Wow. So when I designed my line, it was in 2008. It was the big natural hair boom didn't happen until 2010. So when I realized that women were struggling with their hair, the shampoo that I was using, because I remember I was natural for 15 years. Yeah. So when I started teaching my customers, I was teaching them what I had learned about my own hair in those 15 years. And the shampoos and conditioners that I use on my hair, I would have never bought in any store. Okay. So when my customer was like, what do I use? I couldn't send them to a store because I would not even use that on my hair. Because of what? The silicones or sulfur? Is that why? Or so what happened when we were getting relaxers, we couldn't use certain products on our hair because the chemical on relaxed hair responded differently than on natural hair. Okay. So the products that I used on my customers that had chemicals was not the same products that worked on my customers who had natural hair. Okay. But again, a blanket over all Black people, that a lot of people go natural, but they still stay with the same system, routine products that they have with their relaxed hair. And they just move over. That's why they struggled with their relaxed hair, their natural hair, because they were using their same products on their relaxed hair that they were using on their natural hair. So when everything needed to change. So that's why when people get natural, they're like, natural ain't for me, because you're using the same stuff. Yeah. That don't work on. Yeah. So all the products, the people who are marketing to naturals, they're always marketing. That's why it's like they're dry, brittle, like they just never focus. They're always focused on the pain, on the problem. But really, you just needed a good shampoo. Yeah, that's true. You just need a good. And it's probably the same shampoo, but they just labeled it for dry. Yeah, exactly. So that's why if you have a product, you have a cabinet full of products. It's because you was looking for the problem. But really, you just needed a really good shampoo that other races have. Okay. Okay. They have good shampoos, but we're the only ones that have, not only do we have aisles for products for just us, we have whole size, the stores are the same size as Walmart. Yeah. For just us. Nobody else has that. Nobody else. That's true. You don't go to a store, like other cultures, they all go to the same place. They get their shampoo from the same place, but we got our own aisle. Yes. So they just see us as cash. And what they say, it's $1 billion business. Yeah, because we just looking for answers. But really, it's just very simple.
Okay, y'all hear that? It's just a good shampoo.
It's just a good
okay?
shampoo, and it's just a really good shampoo. So
Yeah.
even when I say shampoo your hair more often, you still need a good shampoo
Yes.
to do it with.
To do it.
And I could never, even in the salon, like I've never used nothing else.
Okay. Do you believe in co-washing?
I think I don't believe in co-washing for nothing in my life.
Okay.
Not even for my body.
Okay.
Like I would never just rinse and put lotion on.
Okay. So that's what co-washing is doing. You use the
Yeah.
even though it's
so
the
again, you're
bottle
not trusting the
says
body.
even though the bottle says co-wash.
You wonder where they get that from. Us.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
else does that.
That's true.
Nobody else does that.
Yeah.
They don't do that. They don't market that to nobody else but us.
But us. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
that doesn't even make sense. Like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna rinse off. Like, okay, so you worked out and you think it's a good idea to rinse your hair a sweat.
Or use conditioner. Don't use shampoo.
Yeah.
Wash it in conditioner.
Yeah, wash
Yeah.
it with conditioner.
Yeah.
You can't wash with conditioner. You can't
Yeah.
wash with lotion.
Yeah.
If you took a shower, you can't just rinse and just put lotion on because you don't want to you don't want to wash away your natural oils.
Okay, so the secret to gorgeous hair is a
good
great
routine
shampoo.
and
Routine and a great shampoo.
Yeah, a great shampoo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you believe in the purple shampoos,
I
like
do.
for gray hair? You do?
You know what? I do like the purple shampoo. I use it. But I don't use it as much as I did when my customer's hair was chemically processed. Once people went natural, it wasn't as powerful. Okay. I'm not gonna say it wasn't as useful. It's powerful because with the relaxer, there was the hair would just turn yellow and green, and then you would use the blue shampoo and it would neutralize it and turn it shiny again. But now I'm finding like even if your hair had a dull color to it, you can use the yellow shampoo, but it doesn't make it sparkle like it used to with the chemical. Yeah.
So I know the girl who used to color my hair, she told me to use she said, don't get the shampoo, but get the purple conditioner, just kind of like get my grays to be like brighter.
Yeah. But yeah, great shampoo will. I mean, and everybody's different. I'm not saying it's a blanket for everybody, but it's not a one size, and not everybody with gray hair needs it.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said she didn't want it to dry my hair out. She says she finds it to be drying. She goes, don't do the shampoo, but just to get your gray to be
every
brighter.
Now and then.
Every now I do it every now and then. I don't do it every week.
Yeah, I agree with her totally. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk to your products.
So the shampoo, I have a detox shampoo for deep cleansing, which is good because when it comes to protective styles and stuff that we like to put on our hair, we need a heavier shampoo that's going to take the product off. Because we don't want to wash our hair and leave the natural oils in. No, we're going to trust that the body's going to make new oil.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So we want the old product off before we apply new product.
Okay. So how often do we detox?
So that's on the as-need situation.
Okay.
As-need, depending on how much. I think, because the more you shampoo your hair, you'll know how clean your hair is when it lathers up. So sometimes it could get to a point where it's just like it ain't kicking in. Okay. So that's a time where you can go in with the first shampoo as the remedy deep detox shampoo, and then you follow up with a replenish shampoo to add moisture back into the hair. Okay. And also you can shampoo your hair as often as it needs. Like if it's not getting sudsy and soapy and foamy, then you shampoo it until you get down to it, because it just depends on.
So not twice.
It just depends.
You 3 or 4 times.
If you shampoo
that,
if you shampoo your hair as often as you do, sometimes it only takes once.
Yes.
You just have to. There's no rules, but you do have to shampoo until it's clean.
When I'm in a hurry, it's the one time. So like this morning, I said I got too much to do today. One time shampoo.
One time, but you shampoo your hair a lot, so you can get away with that. But sometimes if people, depending on how their week was, because as I'm doing people's hair, especially regular customers, I can tell when they had a hard week. By how their hair lather up, I'm like, oh, you must have had a hard week. Your hair is not kicking in. So, so that's why I know that it has to do with lifestyle, because it doesn't kick. But you can't go by the rules as usual, because your life, there's ebbs and flows in life. So you have to follow, you know, how you feeling at the moment.
So, all right. So what condition? You have
So
conditioner
no deep
there?
conditioners.
No, none.
I don't care how much you ask me for, and I'm not gonna sell it to you.
Wow. Now, do you steam?
I do steam.
You steam treatments?
I do steam, but deep conditioning goes back to product buildup. More Black women have more issues with getting product off, that we don't need to be figuring out how to keep product on. So deep conditioning is just a matter of, it could cause more problems because the product is very difficult to remove.
Okay.
And now I'm talking about in the salon and on a regular basis. Now, if you decide that you want to deep condition your hair as something, that's not me saying, no, don't deep condition. I said, I don't sell it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't sell it. That doesn't mean that you don't do what you want to do, that you feel like what's best for your hair. Yeah, but I'm focused on, let's focus on getting the product off. Get the product off before we put more product on.
No, my thing is about deep. I mean, I have several, but it's like I don't know when. It's because I've been looking at my hair, going, okay, so when do I just regular condition, and when do I deep condition?
Yeah,
so I hardly
simple.
ever.
Yeah, exactly. Well, once your hair is healthy, you don't need to do that no more. Exactly. You know what I mean? It's just
true.
But people, they just gotta do it.
Just make it hard, and it's really not that. It's
really not that hard.
Once you start to love your hair, yeah.
So the best thing you can do is believe in your hair and stay on a regular routine. And then, so the conditioner needs to be put on and massaged in and rinsed off.
Okay. So do you like comb and brush and all of that?
I'm a big fan of brushing.
Okay.
I am a big fan of brushing because that's what's gonna, if you're producing your natural oil, that's a way to distribute the oil throughout the hair. So even if you are brushing on any products, any type of stimulation is gonna help with hair growth. Okay. Because it feels good, especially with scalp care. It's gonna break up any dry skin on the scalp, or so it's like an exfoliant for the hair. So the more you brush, that to me, it leans more toward deep conditioning than anything.
Right. And then length of time left on conditioner.
Just put on, put off. Less than 5 minutes. Okay. Like you shouldn't put no bag. Nobody at home should have no plastic bags walking around cooking with no conditioner.
You see, I read stories about this one lady who has a hair product. She said she puts her plastic cap on for her deep, and she's like deep conditioning is what she said. She leaves it on. Well, run errands. Has like she'll put like a beanie or something on top of the plastic bag and then go out and do her errands and then come back. And then some people say they go sleep and
oh my God.
I'm like, that just sounds so.
It's the worst.
That sounds
bad. Especially when you're a stylist. You just like,
and your hair is wet. How are you going to bed with wet? That part I couldn't understand, but yeah. Okay, so what other goodies do we have?
So then we use I don't use any creams.
No creams? No curl creams?
No curl creams.
Okay.
Now, I'm not against them. It just doesn't work for what I do, and it just doesn't work. Okay. It just doesn't work. Yeah. I'm not saying it don't work. Yeah. But I haven't found that. Okay. It doesn't work for me. Okay. So I use a mousse and a glaze. So the glaze, what the glaze does is it gives the hair extra hold. So what I do is my naturals, they can wear their hair, they're like a flexible natural. They can wear their hair straight or curly. Okay. So if you're wearing it curly, you can use a glaze to help reduce humidity. You can blow dry it into your hair so that, and when you straighten it, it repels humidity.
Pause. So you use the same products for straight and curly. Interesting.
So you should be able to flip back and forth when you're using, you shouldn't have to bring in others. So if you want to wear your hair straight, nothing changes. Nothing changes. Okay. Yeah. So if you're wearing your hair straight, if you like molding your edges down or something like that, you can use the mousse and tie the hair down to make the hair lay down. Or if you're doing a roller set, you can use the mousse to roller set with the hair. So it has the flexibility to, or you want to wear it curly, if you want braids, 2-strand twist. So whether it's straight or curly, you don't have to change anything. Okay.
That's awesome, Kim. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I can't remember what year it was when I met you. It was in the 90s.
That was in,
like in the 90s. Yeah, look how far you've come, girl. This is amazing. So tell me about those classics. I'm coming.
Well, you don't need to come. You're graduating.
I'm coming to one of those classes.
So the classes are, because people don't understand. So a lot of people think they like, I want to learn how to do this. I want to learn how. I'm like, first you need to understand. Once you understand, then you'll understand the direction that you need to go. And so the classes are just about, let me understand hair, how important it is to shampoo it, how important it is to how you feel about it. Because people always ask me, is my hair healthy? I'm like, only you can answer that. Like, if you don't like your hair, it's not healthy. Yeah. I don't care how much hair you got. Yeah. If you don't like it, you don't like to do it, it's not healthy. Healthy hair is hair that is manageable and that the owner likes. Yes. That's true. So if your hair is short, or no matter what your hair is, I've had people who hair doesn't grow much at all, but they love their hair. Yeah. That's healthy. Or they have people who have hair down their back and they love their hair. They don't gripe and it's not a burden to do it. That's healthy. But if you have a head full of hair and you don't like doing it, that is it's a toxic situation. Okay. And so we have to get down to the bottom of why. That's what I talk about in the book. So going back through your childhood and trying to figure out, where did you get that from? Because a lot of people come in, their hair is super manageable to do, but they've had somebody tell them that they didn't have, nice hair. So then I gotta undo that just to show you that your hair, you're making this hard.
You gotta be a psychologist to have all that.
So the class is only like 45 minutes long, and I basically give you an overview of the book. I kind of just show you, like, this is why it's important for you to understand. And once you get to understanding and understand the right way, because some people, everybody wants to know, but there's a lot of quick fixes. There's a lot of voices out there. YouTube just made it to where I have to compete with a lot of voices. Exactly. So I like to get like this.
And the thing is, most of those people are not cosmetologists.
Nobody is. Well, now TikTok, I feel like TikTok came out and they made it to where stylists are involved. So there's a lot of good information out there.
But YouTube, no, they are not cosmetologists.
No, they're not. And they work for product companies.
Yes, they are sponsored.
So they're it gives a lot of information that is incorrect. So we have to stylists. I'm glad the platform came out where stylists can speak up, because we fixing all this stuff coming in from YouTube. And it's just like, you're making this a lot harder than it should be.
Now, in the class, do we get to do our own hair?
So, no.
And you, okay.
Yeah. I've been working on that, and that is good, but I feel like if they come to that class, like, you would have to come to the free class first to get an understanding, because people think, well, they may come to the hands-on class and they think they're going to learn to do something that they've never done. I'm like, no, your hair, the hair ain't gonna change. Like, I'm not gonna teach you nothing new, but I can teach you something new if you are on a good routine. Okay. If you're not on a good routine, I don't care what I show you, it's gonna be confusing for everybody. That's true. But if you're on a good routine, then at that point, if you're on a good routine, I'm not going to show you nothing new. Your hair is going to start showing you what to do next.
Yes, that's true.
Your hair is going to tell you where to go. But the routine, that's what people don't understand that. So that's what I teach in the class, is like, and show you why and how the hair is able to take off once you get involved.
And start loving your hair. That's so key. Stop talking negative to your hair. I had to learn that. I was like, oh my God, this hair. And my hair is like, okay.
This is what's going to happen.
I'm leaving. You can get the same result every time, because you don't love your hair. And then once I started appreciating it, I'm like, okay, this hair is good. I know what I'm doing now. That's good. That's good. Yeah. So this is awesome. This has been so good. So any other tips for our aging people? Anything you want to?
It's never too late. Okay. I don't correlate, like, just because you're getting older that the hair has to change. It doesn't have to change. Of course, lifestyle, chemicals or medication or just illnesses or anything that can affect the hair. But while you can, while you can, and I find that the people who take the best care of their hair, like the regular routine, when life happens,
Yeah.
because life happens,
That's true.
it can recover a lot better.
Yeah.
But
Especially
if
like going through menopause.
exactly, yeah, you gotta,
And if you
yeah,
had that, like you said, if you had that routine going before menopause,
exactly.
your hair, because my hair, of course, it was fine. My hair I didn't go through any changes of like thinning or anything like that, any extra thinning, just like the natural thinning and the natural shedding, because we shed
Right,
what
now, yeah,
150 strands a
everybody's
day.
different. I don't know how
Yeah,
they blanket
I know that's
that.
what I said too. How do they? Somebody's standing there counting all
Right.
this.
Right, right.
So
I mean, it's just like you. I mean, you fabulous and working out. Like, who says that you, as you get older, that you need to stop?
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, okay, well, Susie is,
Yeah.
I need to keep up with
Girl.
Susie. So you never stopped,
Honey.
or I don't even remember you working out like
I
that.
wasn't.
So
I
then,
didn't start working out until I was in my 50s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I would work out like once in a while, join a gym, quit, not go. But then when I turned, I think it was like 53, that's when I was like, I was in.
Wow.
I was on
and
it.
so I feel like
down.
that's how the body is. And the same thing with your hair. Like if you give it what it needs,
Yeah.
but it takes work.
Yes.
It takes a routine. You know, it takes a regular, you know, and you gotta be consistent with it. I feel like the same thing is with hair, but you can't wait till you know, your leg is cut off or something.
Exactly.
When you can't get back out. But if you still got the strength, or you still, you know, this is a good time to get on something, a regular routine, and then you can blow up and be like Susie.
Yeah, girl. That's why that's my prayer. It's like, because I go to the store and I see, because I just recently retired.
Oh, really?
Yeah, girl. I just recently retired. Friday was my last day.
Really? Were you working at
Chase?
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
And so I see people, even people in Chase, I'm like, I'll be looking at them going, God, please don't let me look like that. Please don't ever let me look like that or dress like that. That's my thing. It's like, Lord, please help me to always be stylish and just take care of myself and just love myself.
You do a great job.
No shame on anybody, but that's not.
But you've always been cute. You've always been cute. Always. But now you just extra cute.
So yeah, it's just taking care of yourself and like moving. And that's another thing too. I try to tell my aging friends. It's like, you got to move. You just can't stay, just sit there sedentary. You're going to get old. Yeah. That's how you get old. You're not moving. You're not doing anything.
I agree.
So
I agree. That's
so key.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this has been so awesome, Karen. I just appreciate you. Like you said, down through the years, every time I call and I said, Karen, I need you. You always freely agreed to come.
Yes.
So any parting words? How do they get a hold of you?
Well, I can be reached
too. You got hacked. So how is that coming back? Yeah. How are they coming back? Your followers?
It's work. It is work. You know, it's work because Facebook and all the different social platforms, they have new rules. They move a little different. Because when I started, there wasn't other stuff out there. So now you have to be able to be on. You know, they expect you to raise the bar. So you have to go out and you got to give them what they want. But what is happening with I have the book. The second part 2 of the book is a journal, where you can journal your whole, and then the other part is it's kind of like a course where you can follow me. I'll follow you through your journey, because it takes a year to turn your hair around. Yeah,
you did say that.
It takes a whole year. So like reading the book is like, it's a good idea, but then 6 months later, you don't even know you implemented stuff, but not even seeing the phase that you went through. And so many people need help. So I have come up with a course that can follow you every week and just kind of encourage you and show you what to do now, all the tips to get you through the year. And so you can follow the book. And then once you do that, trust me, because once you get through that first year of understanding with the products and following the course, you won't have no problems with your hair no more.
Now, is the course, is that online? Is that ebook?
It will. We're working on that. That will happen in January. We're getting out the journal where you can follow yourself, but then with the course, you can do it with a group, a team, people that can kind of help themselves and get through it through each stage. Because it is stages. Everybody look at natural hair as just a blanket, but no, there's stages, and you have to know how to make the shift at each stage.
Yeah.
And so the course will follow you through each stage.
Okay. I remember too, you talked about it in your book how you did like, what did you call it? House visits, where you go to people's homes and you had in the basements and
Yeah,
you
I
went
came
to
to you with you and your friends, and
you went to Zandra.
yeah,
You were at
Zandra,
that's where
and
I
then
went.
Gloria,
Yeah,
and
we were all there. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we could talk, and big like groups of people. They
Yeah.
like to get help, and they like to do stuff together. So the course will
So
be
you
good.
still do that? So
That's where I'm
would you
starting
do
back.
it?
I'm doing the classes, and then eventually I'll be able to go out, and then they can start. I can follow them through the journey, opposed to just going out and talking.
I was
Like
gonna say, 'cause you're so busy, so it's better to come to you than you come.
Well,
find
eventually
us.
I will start going out because I stopped a little after COVID.
Okay.
But now I'm doing the classes now that I have the book. And yeah, I will be out. I'll be leaving and going. I'm looking forward to that, going out to groups of women. And because I feel like women, they like to do stuff together.
And that was before I embraced my curl. And that's what got me going. It got me thinking about going curly after your talk at Zandra's house. And then after that, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So so it was good.
Look at you. That was like that had to be like almost 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah, so I'm loving it. I'm loving being my curly hair.
And it helped. I mean, you already working out, but your lifestyle, like I'm sure that it's beneficial. You can wear your hair curly and work out your hair. I ain't gonna say your hair is second, but you working out, it doesn't impede on that.
That's another thing. What do I put my hair like a ponytail, like what they call the pineapple, and then put like a headband on. Is there anything that when you work out, what do you do?
I usually go home and wash my hair.
Okay, but you don't put you don't cover it while you're working out. Okay.
No, that don't work for me. I do know people do have but that's why I just rewash it.
Yeah. There you go. Very good. Well, how can we get a hold of you?
I can be reached at www.synergisalon.com. I do take appointments. People be like, you can't get in with me. Like, yeah, you can.
But is it hard?
It's not that hard. You can't get in tomorrow.
Okay.
Maybe. It just depends. But because a lot of the styles I do, we have other stylists that are great because now people are looking for more protective styles, braids, twists. So we have people that can do that as well. Because if there's something that I can't do, or the team, the girls that I work with, whatever you want. If you don't like if I don't offer what you want, there's somebody there that can.
Okay.
So our goal is just to make sure that you leave happy.
Okay.
So we have 12 girls. So it doesn't matter if you come in and you like, I want my hair braided. Well, you can go to her next week. Or if I want my hair like that, well, she can do that for you.
Yeah.
So we're in a good environment where we're pro the customer, and we just want you to be happy.
Okay.
That's
now,
Salon.
do you train? Are they trained the Karen Hill way?
They are.
They are. Okay.
They are. But they are artists, and that's what makes it Synergi, because they are trained the way I train them. But then when I let them go, they still are their own person. They're very creative. So everybody is focused on the customer being happy and leaving right. But they have different aesthetics, but whatever, there's nobody in there that I don't trust.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they're not going to mislead you.
Very good.
They're all professional.
So are you considered like a natural? So you have no chemicals or anything?
Yeah, we don't do chemicals.
Okay.
We just lean more to, no, we're not, because we just,
it's all natural
just
hair.
just like, and we don't, and it is natural hair, but it's more, we just want healthy hair. We're not doing anything extreme. We're not going to do even the braiders. You're not going to braid your hair all tight where you're going to have issues with your edges or nothing. So we're more we're just regular. We're not extreme. You're not going to leave with your hair a whole bunch of colors. We're not against that, but we're more like, okay, when you want to calm down, that's where
we're here for you.
Just regular. We just regular. We're gonna make sure that your hair is healthy and that you're happy.
Okay. Okay. Give us again where to follow you: Facebook, Instagram,
TikTok, X, Yeah, but mainly I'm mainly on Facebook.
Now, is it Synergi or Karen?
Everything is Synergi Salon.
Everything's Synergi Salon. Okay.
If you go to the website, synergisalon.com, we got the blogs, we got everything, anything, the book, anything. But the goal is to get you to a point where you're happy with your hair. Because I don't want to do you if you ain't happy.
Yeah.
You know, so our goal is to get you to the point where you are happy.
Yes. Very good. Tuesday's tips, are they coming back?
We doing some like Tuesday, but maybe on Monday.
Okay.
But we are working on that. We're working on that.
Yeah, because I missed that. Because that stopped after when COVID hit. Is that when it stopped? Yeah.
COVID changed. Yeah, because we had to stop. We were doing
my little calendar alarm set every Tuesday, ready for the tips. The tip of the day.
And it just, and then they hacked it. So then so now it's back. But we're working on Monday night. Okay. We're working on it.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be nighttime
at 6 o'clock.
Okay, because you were in the day. Was it in daytime?
I was in the daytime at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
But now I just do it on Monday night.
Okay. All right. I'll look forward to it. Well, guys, thank you. I told you it was going to be an exclusive interview with the one and only Karen Hill, #1 natural hairstylist in Columbus. I'll keep saying that because it's true. You are #1. And this has been awesome. Great conversations. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Now you go out and you make sure you subscribe to this channel, like and make a comment. Anything you want to hear us do, see us do for future, please put those down in our comments. And I'll make sure I put all of Karen's handles in the description of the program. So thank you guys for joining us, and we will talk to you soon.